before I say anything further, I just want to say that I am not a financial expert, okay? So please don't take this as a financial advice. I'm simply a financial enthusiast. I have a passion, I have an interest in personal finance and growth. So there are two things you want to consider before you actually begin the journey of investing. The first thing is determine your risk tolerance level, because everyone has a level at which they can tolerate risk. There's some people, if you say to them, give me your entire life savings, I will give you 50% return on investment in 6 months. They can make that decision, give you their entire life savings, and they'll go to bed and sleep fine. There's some people, if they give you as much as 5% of their entire life savings, they lose sleep until they see their return on investment. So everyone has a level at which they can actually tolerate risk. One thing you want to consider before you invest is your age, all right? Someone who is 25 years old has time to work and remedy whatever mistakes or errors they might make in investing, as opposed to someone who is 55 years old. Such a person at the age of 55 doesn't have so much productive time on their hands left, because they are looking towards retirement in the nearest future. So they should be more concerned about preserving what they already have been able to build. So that's another factor to consider when you are deciding where you want to invest your money. Having said that, investments are either low risk, medium risk, or high risk. Examples of low risk investments are things like treasury bills, government bonds, and your regular savings in fintech apps. My favorite low risk investment is definitely treasury bills, and that's because I've never heard of an event where government failed to pay the return on investment. So government issues out these treasury bills through the CBN, and individuals do not go directly to CBN to buy treasury bills, but we go through brokers. All right, so we have the banks issue out treasury bills on behalf of the CBN. We have fintech apps who also serve as brokers. So we buy, but if the government issues out treasury bills at say 25%, of course you know that the banks, the fintech apps are going to also get their own cut, because they are existing as a business. They have to make profit as well. So when you invest, when you buy treasury bills, either from fintech app or you buy directly from the bank, you know that you're not getting an ROI that the government issued out through the CBN. You're going to get maybe something 2% lower. So for medium risk investments, you're looking at things like stock, you're looking at real estate, you're looking at money market mutual funds, and all of that. I remember that last year when Fidelity Bank listed their shares on the stock market, listed at 9 naira, if I recall. I bought in at 10 naira and I kept monitoring. I finally sold when it was at 17 naira, because I wasn't sure. I was like, hey, this is Nigerian banks can be funny. At least I've made good profit. Before I made this video, I went on my app, I checked Fidelity Bank shares currently selling at 19 naira 39 cents or 39 kobo. Jesus Christ. Guys, I'm talking in dollars. Maybe the Lord is saying something. Guys, you would hardly get this anywhere. And in fact, this is the reason why I believe some people categorize the stock market or shares under a high risk investment. They don't, agree that investing in the stock market is a medium risk investment. But some would still argue that it's a medium risk investment depending on certain factors, like what company you are investing into. Do they pay dividends or do they not pay dividends? How established are they? Questions like that. For your high risk investments, you're talking about things like forex trading and cryptocurrency. Yes, you best believe that cryptocurrency will definitely be mentioned here, because it's highly volatile. 1 minute you are 300% in profit, the next second you are 50% in loss, like you're losing money. And cryptocurrency is something I really find interesting. I've dabbled into it here and there. I don't know much about it, but I've explored it, and it's been a sweet and sour experience for me. Cryptocurrency is really risky, and it has the possibility of giving you very high profit. It also has the possibility of giving you very, very terrible losses. I've seen people cry hot tears when it comes to forex trading as well, but I've also seen people, very few people, who have shared their experiences. When they began, they were losing money until they understood that there are principles that actually back forex trading. One of my favorite quotes from someone who is an expert in forex trading is that forex trading is 20% expertise and 80% psychology. And I think that it's the same when it comes to money in general. It's the same principle that applies. You may have all the information, all the need to know about how to invest, where to invest, when to invest, but if you do not have a grip on your emotions, if you are an emotional person who just makes decisions carelessly, you are going to keep losing money.